First question is, did you pay for lunch?
First answer is no. Hey, where's Frank? Frank Garza? Frank, you're lucky I'm not the guy that fought over in the bowl, because I used to take boxing lessons at Lasky, and they used to call me 10 Toes Up Pachorik. People used to do advertising on the bottom of my shoes. That's how bad I was. Not a good fighter. Questions?
The question started off, you guys obviously played together, you and Greg, right?
Right.
What was it like being teammates?
I never saw him.
No, we had a pretty good team at the White Sox. Actually, Reinsdorf and Eddie Einhorn came in there and spent some money. They went out and got Fisk, center fielder LaFleur that was out from Detroit. Tommy came along with myself. I think they spent a few bucks to get some free agent young pitchers. And for me, as we really had a great team. I mean, I think the guys all enjoyed each other as teammates. There's no question about that. Mrs. Tyler was a little hamburger joint across the street in Comiskey Park there, and Tom got the nickname Wimpy. And you remember Wimpy, the hamburger-eating guy that was on a cartoon character. Him and Mrs. Tyler on a first-name basis, because I don't think he ever ate unless he was in the clubhouse. He'd get a hamburger coming in and he'd get a hamburger going out. But no, we had a great club, and we were friends. And I don't know, it was a pleasure for me to play with him, but I don't know how he feels towards me.
Well, you know, when I first got to the White Sox in 1982, Nancy Faust, the organist, asks every player, what song do you want played for you when you come up to the plate? And I said, oh, without a doubt, I want Biro Biro Polka. And he says, you're going to have to fight the bull for that one, because that's his. So I settled for Bobby Vinton's Moja Droga Jak się kocha. And of course, you don't want me to sing any of that, but Bull's the greatest. He was great. You know, see, you didn't have to worry about getting in a fight. It's kind of like playing with Willie Horton. You know, there was that aura about them that nobody wanted to fight us because we had the Bull on our team. And I also was a teammate of Willie's in Seattle. So I had a good mix of guys that I could hide behind when things broke out. But it was great. And as Greg said, it was a great team effort. And one thing that stands out, I know you want to talk to Christy a little bit, but there was one thing that stands out about my career with the White Sox. And Bull was there in 1984. Remember the longest game ever? We played Milwaukee. Well, anyway, we had a custom of all the guys who didn't play. We would meet in the umpire's room about the third inning and have a Connie's Pizza. So, the umpire's room. So here we are. And I bought the pizza this night, Bull.
Okay.
Yeah, right. I bought the pizza and I'm stuffing my face, and somebody comes running in there and says, they knew where we were. Says, Wimpy, you got a hit for Kittle. He says, what's wrong with that big wuss? Well, he's got a migraine headache. And I said, well, when's he up? He's up next. I said, oh man. I used to throw my bat and helmet before I hit. But I had to go up there and face Don Sutton. And he struck me out on 3 pitches. And I said, Kitty, you could have done that. Really easy. So the game went on. It went 25 innings. Harold Baines hit the home run that won the game. But I had the dubious honor. This is a record that I don't even know. I didn't know about this till last year. Is that I had 5 hits in that game. I hit my bat 5 times. And it's the only time in the history of baseball that a guy has gotten 5 hits in a game who was eating a pizza prior to getting into it. That's my claim to fame.
Christy?
Want to comment on that?
Yeah, Christy. Christy, what was your Olympic experience like for you? A lot of people have different ideas about when they participate in the Olympics. But for you personally, what did it mean to you?
Well, I can't give. There's a little bit of in my speech, so I can't give it too much. Being in the Olympics is like the ultimate competition for swimming. It's as big as you can get, and just to be able to be there and represent, like watching an American flag go up, even if it's not your national anthem that's playing, you're watching an American flag go up, and you know that you did that. It's going up because you did that. And that's the best feeling in the world. And so the Olympics is, while my race was a huge part and winning a medal was absolutely fantastic. My favorite part was just living in the Olympic Village with people, and you're living with all the best athletes from all over the world, and you're living in the same neighborhood. They had little houses, and just being able to like run up. I was the person with the camera running around taking my picture with everybody. Like I had to, get my picture taken with Lizzie Davenport and the Dream Team, and just being there. It was like a totally surreal experience. It was awesome.
I know they don't really tap you on the shoulder and say, would you like to swim in the Olympics? What does it take to get there?
You mean training-wise or
Yeah.
qualifying-wise?
Qualifying wise.
Okay, in order to qualify for the Olympics in swimming, it doesn't matter if you are the #1 swimmer in the world for 4 years. It doesn't matter if you have a world record. It doesn't matter if you have an American record. You have one race where you have to prove yourself, and you have to get first place or second place out of everybody in the entire country. And it comes down to one race that night, and I can tell you, I missed the team by 100th of a second, 0.01, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you won the gold medal the last time. It's that one race that qualifies you on the team. Yeah, it's brutal. The Olympic trials is like, I can't even tell you. They call it, let's put it this way, I ended up on the cover of Swimming World magazine in 1996 when I missed the team by 1700ths of a second that time. And they called it the agony and the ecstasy. And they had a picture of me sitting on the side of the pool crying. And then the girl who beat me, like, woohoo! Yeah, celebrating. So it is, it's like the agony and the ecstasy. It's terrible.
Christy, the Polish American Sports Hall of Fame is a celebration of excellence, and you're with some nice hardware, heavyweight, all excellent, but talk a little bit about your academic excellence.
Oh. The last thing our coach would yell at us as we walked out the door at 7 o'clock in the morning when we got out of the pool was, go get some A's. He was they checked up on you. They made sure you were going to class. And it was very important that, you have to, first of all, in order to compete, you have to be academically eligible. But at the second time, Georgia was very competitive academic-wise and always striving to get academic awards and making sure the team has a G. I think swimming actually had the highest GPA the 4 years I was there for all of the teams that were in Georgia. But yeah, it was very important to me because I knew that one day swimming was going to end and I was going to need something to fall back on. And I was lucky enough to go to a #1 swimming program, and Georgia at the time was the #3 college of education in the country, so I kind of lucked out.
How come you didn't ask Bull and I about our
Not that obvious.
I remember you not knowing they had a library at the University of Houston.
My English teacher in high school stopped me on the street, Sister Janine, and she stopped me and says, do you know Edgar Allan Poe's Raven? I said, no, what's he pissed off about?